I think about maybe you listen to it.
I'm going to. Here with off-duty, please stand by.
You bet your ass I did.
Your call is important to us.
Fuck both of you! Have you?
No.
Everyone, fuck all fucking three of you!
I didn't say a word to you.
Doug, have you listened to it? His name's not Doug!
We were having technical difficulties. Please stand by.
You guys are so fucking stupid. We can't even.
Anyway, no, there's no kids here. We're good. All right. So apparently I'm supposed to be talking right now, and I'm not sure how. So I'm TJ from Pints and Puzzles. Everybody knows that, I think. If not, woo! So I'm not wearing that shit right now. All right. I do have a hat, though. Yeah. That's right, Kern. All right. So, all right, all seriousness, this is fucking amazing. Like, the crowd here is awesome. And I was telling Mike outside, I was telling Bob yesterday that this is a weird, dysfunctional family that we have here. And it's kind of strange that, like, these guys started this podcast to basically just get together and hang out. And the whole, like, this is therapy thing for them, I think it ends up being therapy more for us than it is for them. And it's really strange, but it's really cool at the same time. Like, we have this really cool dynamic where we're like, yeah, there's little cliques here and there that know people better than others, but it's still a whole big family. And, like, not even bullshitting. Like, this is really a cool thing and something that it's hard to do and it's hard to build up. And the loyalty is amazing. And I mean, that's where at least my listeners come from, most of you guys right now. So it's cool. Like, and I always say, like, so Truth and Justice, right? That is the Truth and Justice Army, right? And they fight. They always want to fight about something online, usually, right? Like, where it's like, whether it's they're offended by something or whatever. But the off-duty people, like, yeah, we're all immature assholes at heart, right? Or else we wouldn't listen to this shit. But we all have each other's back. Where if anybody gets in jail today, everybody here will be donating to a GoFundMe to get them out of jail by the end of the day. So, like, right? So anyway, so it's a really cool thing, and it's really strange that this happened from these three guys just bullshitting in front of microphones, and then we all tune in every week, whether it's on Periscope or on the actual downloads, or both in some cases, or neither in other cases. But anyway, so it's really cool. So I first want to thank Tapistry for having us, because obviously I'm partial to that because, you know, that's my gig for Pints and Puzzles, but you know, all the beers here are really great, and I appreciate them hosting us and dealing with all of our bullshit throughout the day, because, yes, it's only going to go downhill from here. So anyway, so thank you for that. Also, Addicting Pretzels, I got to give a shout out to Tom and Sherry, because their pretzels are fucking amazing. And even though I don't want to, I know I'll get shit if I don't call out the queen of the off-duty Facebook page, Jennifer Kern. And nobody else here should be offended because they all get it. So anyway, let's see, I think I've talked long enough. I'm getting the hairy eyeball from our chief here, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up and start going here. So without further ado, let's get rolling here. All right, first up we have, I forget who I'm supposed to go first. Research Ryan, who I did talk to last night, and I think I heard him say more words last night than I've heard him say all year on off duty. So Without him, this whole thing would go to shit because he does all the research and the levels and all that fun stuff there.
A little bit.
Just a little bit, right?
Just a little bit.
All right, so now you're gonna, no, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Mike Busting, I should have had a script. So, all right, side note, this is another weird thing about podcasting is that we usually do this in the dark hole, whether it's in a shed, which some people may have donated to for that fucking shed. Anyway, years ago before we knew better. And then other people, they may have a closet under our stairs where I'm staring at a black wall right there. So it's strange talking in front of people, so just bear with us here. But anyway, Mike Bussing is our co-host, executive producer, you name it, but he has done a fantastic job with everything, and it's really been fun watching him grow into his current role. So welcome, Mike. He's way better looking. No, we're good. We'll hug him once.
Thank you for having me.
He's way better looking in person, by the way, which was really strange.
Really quick, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. I know we've got people here from as far as Texas and all over the country. This is a lot different than us just sitting in a shed in my boss's backyard and looking at each other. So thanks again, guys. This is awesome.
I'm looking for the ringtone, sorry.
There's one more person to introduce.
Why? Nobody wants to hear that guy talk.
He's waiting so
let's
patiently.
not introduce him.
No, you know what? We're going to make him wait because it's always about him. So you know what? Welcome to the Off Duty Podcast. I'm your host. So let me talk about myself for 20 minutes, and then and then maybe I'll let Ryan say hi, and then how was your weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, you worked. Okay, yeah, kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, how's your girlfriend doing?
Really good. She couldn't make it today, but she says hi, everybody.
We scared her off last night. Talk about marrying up without getting married yet, but way too good.
I got it on here. What's that? Nice little charge. I got it on here.
Oh, you did? I'm gonna play it anyway. I don't care. All right, I guess we gotta introduce this fucker
Yeah,
now.
we better bring him on.
So, some people would say he is the mouthpiece for
He is simply a mouthpiece.
simply a mouthpiece. All right, let's bring this fucker in. All seriousness, Bob has done some amazing shit, whether it's Truth and Justice, Off Duty. Like, there are people that, I mean, who here knew who Ed Ace was before Truth and Justice, right? Maybe Kathy? Maybe? Nope? Okay. So there you go. Or Jesse Eldridge, right? Or we're not going to say any other names because that would be spoiler alert. So, I mean, who knew any of these stuff before that Truth and Justice came along? And it's really some amazing work. And like I said, this therapy was for them originally, but it's really for us now. So without further ado, let's bring this fucker in.
I'll play it off this.
Okay, yeah, play it off of that. Cue the music.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
It's a little bit creepy. It's a little bit strange. Why y'all still listen? 'Cause all new insane. Oh, and Uncle Mike's a hugger. Patch his eyes with the Band-Aid. Ryan is DJ sipping booze. It's
my favorite song.
I'm kind of a big deal. Just call me Bobby.
We got 3 people clapping. Come on.
Real for real. I can shoot 20 deers out in the woods. I got friends in LA. I'm proud to say. Got a lawnmower in my yard.
Becky loves what this song does for my ego.
But I can still give you a nice little charge.
It seems too long.
Even though I love sidewinder, I'll take them to the danger zone. I'd like to hang up on someone if I could figure out how to use this phone. Yeah, music guys kill it. Never treat him wrong.
He's not here, yeah.
Still make fun of my
We'll talk about that music guy in just a second. .com.
I'm kind of a big deal. Just call me Bobby Wood. A hero
Started that a little earlier, yeah.
Tornadoes out in the woods. I got friends in LA. I'm proud to say, got a lawnmower in my
Does anybody else have this long of an intro song?
little shack that I can still.
They've even stopped clapping.
Little church. I'm kind of a big deal. They know me and
Almost done.
Hollywood. Been on TV, but still, Johnny Rose kicked me in my goods. I got tattoos, and they look cool. My logo shows my big, strong arms. I live in Bridgman, but I can still give you a nice little church.
All right. That gem right there was created by, unfortunately, he could not be here today. He was planning to come. But I do want to ask for a big round of applause for the man behind the Truth and Justice music and the off-duty music, my good friend, and the Pints and Puzzles music. A man who's one of my really good friends, has become to grow like a brother to me. So let's give it up for Shane Yoder with PutThemInASong.com. All right, now for the real question. What the hell are you guys all doing here? Drinking beer. Before we get going, I do want to give a big thank you to Tapistry for allowing us to take over their bar today. And also, these two, this sweet young lady and that handsome young man back there, that is Dave and Taylor. And this is Sunday, and Sunday's pretty slow, and there's 50 of you in here, and they're trying to keep up, so make sure you tip your asses off to these people, and give them a big round of applause. All right, so this is a little overwhelming, because like TJ said, we usually do this in a studio, as I like to call it, shed, as the rest of you like to call it. But so we're going to see how this goes, because we usually are just talking to each other, and the off-duty is what we call a fly-on-the-wall podcast. So you guys listen in next week and hear what we were talking about, but now you're like, right there. What? Yeah, I got it. Before I sit down and we kind of get going, I know you guys all did this a little bit, but this guy right here, Mike and I were just talking about when we took a break before we got started. Do you remember, Ryan and Mike, the day we bought all this stuff?
Rope me into this?
Yep. We're
Yeah,
sitting
I
around the
do.
fire station having coffee and breakfast, and we're like, man, we should do this podcast thing. Who wants to do it? And it was like, Mike jumped right in.
Yeah, I was just trying to get my new fire chief to like me. So.
Right.
Terrible
Cool.
mistake.
Proby. Yeah, and Ryan's like,
Eh.
yeah, and in real Ryan fashion, just said, yeah, I guess so.
What
And
time?
so one Saturday morning, we set up our microphones in my basement around a little table, and we recorded for an hour and a half or however long it was. And I still remember, do you guys remember when we shut the microphone off, we shut the computer off, we looked at each other and said, holy shit, we just made a podcast.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because none of us had ever done anything like this before, and it was just kind of an experiment. So for that to grow into this just shows you how awesome I am. No applause for that, nothing, huh?
Yeah, left you hanging.
Right. But no, in all reality, this is so... you guys know that I'm a bit of a crier for being a tough guy. This really is overwhelming to me to look out and see. It's so moving to see TJ here from Pennsylvania, and Kathy and Doug coming all the way from Texas, and Jennifer coming from New York. We got adorable Ashley all the way from Tennessee, and Celia from Ohio. Yeah. I don't want to leave. What's that? Christy and Tim from Florida. And people from all over the state that are willing to come here just to listen to us idiots talk. But before we get into the goofing around bit, I do want to say that TJ really hit on it when he said this started off as therapy, and it really was. And it's really, really moving for us to see what Off Duty has become. Because the Off Duty podcast fan page has become like the therapy session for, I almost forgot about Tom and his wife coming from Wisconsin, right? Yeah.
Pretzels.
Yeah, Tom makes pretzels. Sherry makes the pretzels. But it's amazing. This is a group of people from all around the world that have never met each other before. And this is just the people we're able to make the trip. There's thousands of you all over the place. That when any single one of you needs something or is having a hard time, I told you.
Come on, man. Pull it together.
But it means an awful lot to me because when anybody needs something, you all are there to pick everybody up. Whether we need to vent, or we're going through something really difficult, or just we want to share a stupid meme, Joe Gillis. But that has been, podcasting for me has been, this is, Dave, shut the camera off, David. Yeah. It's been almost a type of a ministry for me, which is funny because all of you that listen to the podcast, I curse and I yell and I make fun of Celia for being black. All these running jokes that we have, but the thing is that deep down all of you guys get it and you know that it's really all about love. Everything we're doing is about bringing a bunch of people together, all loving on one another and having a good time. So that's what Off Duty is, and that's what we're about to do right now.
I'm gonna add one more shout out real fast before I let this fucker talk. He has no clue I'm doing it. No, Becky, Tori, all the other wives that deal with our bullshit. Like, somebody has to watch the kids while we're all doing this shit. So just a quick shout out to all the wives and significant others. Sorry. And,
It's all right.
you know, the fact that Mike has a significant other. You know, like,
About
anyway,
time. It's about time.
I just wanted to make sure they didn't get unnoticed. So.
There was another mic, dude. You could have just grabbed the other one.
I'm gonna have to ask you to shut the fuck up.
All right, get out of here. All right, so let's get this show on the road. And it's going to be a little interesting figuring out how this works. So our plan is we have probably a dozen or more people in this crowd that have been guests on Off Duty before. And so I thought a lot of you guys would like to hear from these people again. And TJ just kind of stole my thunder, but the first guest who's been a recurring guest that is a crowd favorite that I'd like to bring up to chat with us is my beautiful wife who didn't know I was going to do this, Mrs. Becky Rupp.
All right. Why do you guys always do that in front of me?
Makes you so uncomfortable.
So, Off Duty started, and we can look at the movement that Truth and Justice has become. The funny thing is, it all started with Becky's mom and dad.
They're crazy.
Yeah. Becky's parents are very much into Christmas still.
They love Christmas.
Yeah. So the first year we're together, first year we're married. Let me turn you down a little. My mother-in-law doesn't know what to get me for Christmas, so she gives me $200. That's weird because we don't do Christmas like that in my family. We don't give the girl. We do stuff for the kids. But so I get this $200 and so I bought a podcasting kit to try this thing out from Amazon for $99. Pocketed the other 100. But then I had this idea and I tell my wife, you know, we have 4 children at home. We've got a very busy schedule that I have this idea. I want to do a podcast and we want to go down to the basement and lock ourselves in a room and record and do all this editing. And Becky has never really been real into podcasting, but the amazing thing about Becky is that she has supported me in everything I've ever done.
Good job, Becky.
Which not only included starting a couple of podcasts, but imagine the day that your spouse comes home and tells you, I want to quit my good government job and be a full-time podcaster. What do you think, babe?
Do what you want.
Yeah. And she won't talk a lot about it, but really, she told me, I think her exact words were, I know it's going to be all right. I know you'll take care of us. You do what you think is right. So I want to give one more big round of applause for my wife. And I guess we go around the horn. What have you been doing this weekend, honey?
Drinking.
Drinking. It's gonna take a long time to recover from this weekend. The Martin, see the really kind of girly looking guy in the pink shirt in the back.
Man
The
crush.
Martins decided to roll into town 2 days early.
Which is never good for us.
No.
because me and Christy, we're the same person.
Right. Yeah, which is really rough on me and Tim when they get together and combine their forces. So we've been having a lot of fun this weekend, and I know you don't want to be up here too long, babe, but I wanted to come up and tell you thank you for letting me play with my toys. And she's going to go soon to go to a softball game because our daughter is in the middle of a tournament today. So you guys should all be thankful that she even showed up today. Now that I've got that out of the way, I want to do that first because I know that Becky's got to get going to get back to the tournament. We do need to go around the horn a little bit. So when we started this show, there was Research Ryan wasn't Research Ryan
No.
because we didn't know that we needed to research things.
That kind of happened during the show.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, who was that actor? Ryan looked that up, and so he became Research Ryan. It had a nice ring to it, but Ryan was Research Ryan, and Mike was just the Proby Mike.
That's right.
Seems like 2.5 years ago now has gone by.
It's been a long time, actually.
Yeah, it's exactly 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mike's grown up along a lot
I think so.
since we started.
Thanks,
you guys
guys.
remember the Proby Mike?
He's got 3
very-
hairs on his chest now.
So think back. How many of you, by show of hands, how many of you have listened to Off Duty podcasts since episode 1 on? Wow. All 4 of you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. As you, there's like we had GoPros. There's like 1 million people out there that have been listening. So you guys remember the running bit for the entire first year was the fact that that Mike wouldn't wear blue jeans and only wore chinos.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I've made some changes. I've come into my own. Yeah. Thanks.
He really has. His therapist is now telling him to be more assertive.
That's right. That's what we're working on right now, anyway.
Yeah, so he went ahead and got some airsoft guns, and he started firing back at me now, which is unpleasant. Bye, honey.
You don't want to know.
Right now, the score is 102 to 16.
16, yeah.
Bob Ruff in the lead.
Okay, in all fairness, I gave up on the game when the police were called, so that should be noted.
He did not.
Multiple times.
There were 2 police interactions, I think.
It was only by the second police interaction that Mike gave up on the game.
No, I don't want to go to jail over that game.
That was the best when I'm standing in my front yard holding what looks to be a full-size real sniper rifle, and Mike is poking his head out from behind the shed in the backyard, and I get a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, what? What's going on, sir? And it's one of our local Bridgman's finest police officers wanting to know why I was in my front yard with a rifle. And but that was only the first one. The second time when they came and he looked really upset about.
Well, that was when you went above and beyond there.
Yeah,
And
it was
you
a
went
great
further.
shot. It was one of
Yeah.
the best shots I've ever made.
Yeah, yeah.
When the utility worker took one to the back of the head from 200 yards away from the studio.
Yeah.
He dared me and said I couldn't do it.
That was the. It was no longer good enough for him just to shoot me. He had to find random targets, real people. This is disgusting. This is really, really disgusting stuff.
But you know damn well I said, man, I wonder if I could hit that guy way over there. And you said, bet you can't.
Yeah.
Do it. Then he crawled under the table when the cop knocked on the door. So somehow we've managed not to get arrested. Mike started wearing blue jeans.
Oh, yeah.
We've even finally, ladies and gentlemen, the members only jacket has been retired.
But thank you to Maria Hardiman because I have a new jacket, very similar, that I'll be wearing this winter.
It's an identical.
Every single day this winter. What? Oh, I wore that too. I wore the shit out of that.
Jennifer, you are responsible for the members only jacket getting retired because it had a hole from here to here. It smelled. There was mold growing on it.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
And so Jennifer gives him a Rochester Regional Health jacket, which he wore all the time.
I did.
Yeah, people asked him if he was a doctor many times.
I actually had to stop wearing it because every time I saw somebody who inquired, I was like, yeah, I don't work here. A friend of mine gave me this. And it was just like really awkward conversation. But I wore the shit out of it for a while there.
He did. So that was the first transition out of the members. He had another option, and it was black, too tight for him. Looked basically exactly like the members only jacket. And yeah, now Maria has given you a brown members only jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mike's come a long way. Mike has a steady girlfriend now.
Yep. Awesome.
A lot of you got. What was that? She is beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
And a lot of you guys got to meet her last night, which is why she's not here today. Thanks a lot, assholes.
Yeah. Everybody ran her
Gonna
off.
get her a week to come back now.
What's
What?
that?
It's gonna take her a week to come back now.
Yeah. Well, she'll just never come around these people ever again.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's been really cool because, Ryan and I have been close for years before we were ever on the fire department together. And as we're on the same fire department, we got even closer. Then Mike joined the mix. And so it's really very much like, just come on in, Owen, just pretend like we're not even here. But it's really it's kind of a little bit sick that it's because it's kind of like a father-son relationship, between me and Ryan and Mike.
Yeah.
Like two fathers and a son.
Exactly.
It's a little different. Yeah.
But really, last week, which actually when people hear this episode, will have been like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We talked about a little bit of our last field trip, not like school field trip, like a trip out into the field for truth and justice research. And that's when I really realized that Mike really has come into his own. So we were out there working our asses off in some really hairy situations. And it reminds me of the first time I took you in the field, Mike. If we could talk about Mike's progression over the years. The first time we took him in the field, there was the shower incident.
Yeah. We almost missed our flight.
Almost missed the plane.
Yeah.
I had that conversation with that one prosecutor from Smith County. Nobody's gonna boo or anything.
No, he's on our side now. So
He's on our side now, but I still thought I'd get some kind of
boo
reaction.
anymore. Yeah.
But we left that interview, and we were going to do a fan meetup, and the only instruction Mike had was we had to keep it top secret that we met with this man, and he couldn't tell anyone. And we walked in, everybody was there, we took some pictures and met a bunch of people. At least 7 minutes went by, and I walk up to Mike, and he's like, yeah, so we're talking to David Dobbs. He's got a circle of people around him.
Well, you failed to mention 7 minutes and 7 Bud Lights later.
Yeah, he
That's
got
what
right
it was.
after it.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And it was the next morning we all missed our flight. So then we progressed to trip number 2 down to Texas. And this time, Mike's got it together. We're not going to miss any flights. He's making sure that he's got scheduled. Because I think we got a couple of parking tickets thanks to you that first trip.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that was his other one
Forgot
job.
to bring meter change.
Yeah, right. But so the second trip, all that's getting better, and we're doing much better. And then, what happened that second trip?
Wasn't that where the sketchy guy pulled up and Mike hid? And
That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, the aggressive cholo. Yeah.
So we have what we like to call our field case, which Mike was very, very proud to show off. So this is what Mike carries in the field as our producer, and some of the stuff is out of here, but yeah. So
Executive producer. Yeah.
We've got a recorder here, wireless microphones, and we got this little guy right here. And what this guy is an earpiece that I wear so that Mike can warn me if someone's about to kill me.
Right.
Now, when we're in some of those neighborhoods and some of those sketchy situations, I carry a gun with me, of course, and all I need Mike to do is to tell me if someone's coming up behind me, just say, Bob, bad guy on your 6, something, whatever.
Something
What are some
cool.
examples of what you might say?
Yeah, you got somebody on your 6, heads up,
Bogey.
bogey, inbound. Yeah.
We talked about lots of different terminology.
Right.
Well, so this case, I'm wearing my retired cop costume, and I walk into a neighborhood where no one speaks English, and I come in hot. I come walking out, and I'm like, hey, you, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I start talking to these people, and Mike's behind me. Now, mind you, this earpiece, there's no button to push. There's nothing that he needs to do. It's on all the time. Any word Mike says, if he sneezes, I hear it. Get done talking to these people, get back into the truck, and I'm, where the hell is Mike? And Mike's down underneath the dashboard
Yeah, right.
in the fetal position.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mike, did you drop something? And he's like, no, these like gangbangers came rolling up behind you. They rolled the window down and started going real slow, and the guy was like reaching into his vest.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! And then hid.
And then I concealed myself.
Yeah. And he forgot about the one thing that he was supposed to do, which is to say,
Bob, you got somebody on your 6.
bogey.
Yeah.
Bogey coming in. But so after that, so we had a little discussion about that, you know.
You know, it's I'm a greenhorn, you know. It's just part of the job. You got to learn, you know, while you're out there doing it.
Right. And so that's the thing is we're all learning as we go with Off Duty, with Truth and Justice, with everything we're doing. So that jumps to about 2 weeks ago, take Mike out in the field again for our Season 5 case, our super duper secret Season 5 case.
Right. I'm seasoned now, right?
I
We'll go
know
with
what it
seasoned.
is. 10,000.
You went down in price?
What was it?
It was 15 when Shane was here.
20.
But it's a real good, and I know we've told this story already before, but I really do want as much of a hard time as we give Mike all the time. We went out there, and I think a good way to put it is that we were in the shit.
We were in the shit, Bobby.
We were in the
yeah,
shit
we were in the
for
shit.
5 days, and it was pretty nasty. And Mike took a few hits, you know?
Yeah.
He lost one testicle early.
Don't worry.
He found it an hour later, though. It was fine.
Yeah, I agree.
It just hadn't dropped yet.
There were some gangbangers driving by, and it crawled up inside of him.
This didn't take long, did it? No.
You thought I was about to...
I was waiting for the praise. That did not
Yeah,
come.
the praise.
Yeah. Good setup.
But no, Mike took a pretty hard fall. He fell into what we now know to be a deadly combination of poison ivy.
It was ivy, sumac, and oak.
Poison
all
ivy,
wrapped up into
sumac,
one.
and oak all together.
Yeah, it was really bad.
We have video evidence of it, and what you see is Mike trying to gain his balance by grabbing the poison sumac trees and rubbing them on his face and his legs. And so, you know, that may seem like a pie in the face for Mike, and believe me, it was. And I have video evidence of the laughing to go with it.
Yeah.
But after that, so now, and I'm not shitting you, he's got a bruise as big as a football on his leg, cuts all over him, beat up, and we're like, dude, we got work to do. And do you need to go rest? And because Shane Yoder, our music guy, our sound guy, was down there helping us. And do you want Shane to do this? It's like, nope, Bob, I got it. So the next photo I have is of Mike with a video camera crawling back into this nastiness of jungle to get the shot that we needed when he was already in pain.
Dedication.
Yeah, exactly
Thank you.
right.
Yeah.
And what he was crawling into was a deadly combination of poison oak, poison sumac, and poison ivy.
Right.
Again.
Even worse, yeah.
So it just kept getting worse and worse. So then he wakes up the next morning, and we got twice as much work to do that day. And his eyeballs had begun to swell shut, and one ear is twice the size of the other one. And his ankles are gone. They're just swelled up.
Yeah. To begin with, I have cankles already, but I mean, this
terrible
is tenfold worse than that.
His legs are a straight line from his knee to his foot. It's weird.
Yeah.
But now they bowed out a little bit.
Yeah.
And like, dude, you all right? Do you need to just stay in the hotel? And now I got it. So we go back to work again, and we go to another location to go do some more. We were shooting some video for this, and Mike's standing there. We're kind of getting a game plan. me and Shane and Mike, and Mike's standing there, and he's like, "Oh, I think I stepped in some dog poop. What is that?" And we keep talking, and I look down, and I'm like,
wasn't dog poop.
"That wasn't dog poop.
No.
That was a fire ant nest." And I see it, and I look back, and I thought, "Oh, shoot!" And I look back again, and they're literally in 10 seconds, his legs are covered in red fire ants.
Fire
They're
ants.
just
Yeah,
biting his
yeah,
legs.
Yeah. The more you move, the more they bite.
Yeah. So Mike decides he's gonna run back to, "Come on in, have a beer." I like your purse. You don't know which one of you I'm talking to. But Mike says, "Bob, I got to go to the truck. I got to get these shoes and pants off." And so Mike very discreetly makes his way back to the truck like this. Gets back into the truck, and Shane and I, once we're done, laughing, we get to the truck, and Mike's got his pants pulled up and his shoes off and trying to kill all the fire ants. Sees some weird marks on his legs, which Shane then describes to him that those are, what are those?
Those are the chiggers.
Chiggers. He got chiggers on top of it.
Real popular down south, apparently.
Yeah. So, again, this is really starting to sound like a pie in the face for Mike.
Oh, yeah. Typically.
But it's not, because we went the next day and got what you guys will hear in a couple of months is probably the most important, interesting, and mind-blowing interview that we have ever recorded on Truth and Justice with bleeding, swelled up, chigger-infested, eye swelled shut, one ear bigger than the other Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the headphones on, doing all the sound work. We checked it later, got the best, most crisp sound we've ever gotten. So we keep doing this. It's kind of a big ego fest, but I want to give one more big round of applause to this man right here.
Thank you. Thanks. It's awesome.
That's all you get. That's it.
It's fine by me.
Jesus Christ, look at that guy. You think he works out?
Oh, my God, Bob. What are you doing?
Mike, go ask that guy. Mike, go ask that guy if he works out.
See, how this ends is you're going to get me beat up.
Mike,
That's how that goes.
just go ask him.
I can't do it.
Ask him if
Can't
he
do it.
works out. TJ, are you going to do it?
He's going to do it.
Tap that guy on the shoulder. Ask him if he works out. Hey, does your dad work out? It's all natural. It's all for show. Thank God he's not listening.
We're not going to make it out of here alive.
All right. I think it's about time that we start bringing up some guests and checking on how, since we're kind of going back in time, I'm trying to look through the room, and who was our earliest guest that's in the room here today? I'm thinking
Darren.
Pope.
Darren was there with us. Darren was there before Pope even. In the background, Darren, you want to come up here?
No, he's good.
Well, so that guy back there in the dark sunglasses, that's Darren Hayes.
All right, Darren.
Darren's not a big talker. You may have heard him. I think it might have been episode 4, 5, 6, something real early. And it was when we had Zabo on, and Darren was just kind of there in the background. He was the drunk guy in the back with the microphone that didn't work that kept saying the P word over and over again. Usually referring to Mike through most of the conversation.
Yeah.
But maybe before or after him, one of our earliest guests who's been on, I think, 3 times, sitting next to him is my good friend, Mr. Steve Pope, who is going to come up here right now. Did I tell you that I was going to do this?
I think I warmed him up a little bit. I don't know. Is that Pope?
What's going on?
So you guys remember Pope, right?
I feel like I'm at the Dundies or something.
This is Pope's personal servant, Aubrey.
Thank you.
He keeps her barefoot and pregnant.
That's right, yeah.
So, Pope, anything new in the last year?
Oh, I think you just mentioned it. So, yeah. Little baby
Pope
boy on the
is
way.
going to be a daddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Pope being a bit of a man-child himself, maybe we could get your thoughts on this. What do you think? You excited?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
Nervous?
I'm not used to sitting to your right during the podcast, so I'm trying to keep up.
You got to usually right at a 45-degree angle right across. Maybe, should I turn around?
No.
No,
You
you're
got
all
to
right.
face the audience.
Gotta face
still.
the audience.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do we do with you on the show? But were you there? Was your very first time the time we played Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, that was.
The dirtiest show we ever did. We had to delete half of it.
Was it?
I think it was pretty.
Yeah.
It got a little raunchy. I think that one.
That was the 5th episode, I believe.
Yeah, number 5. You remember your episodes. What was number 6?
Oh, I don't know.
No idea. No idea. I think you told the story about when your radio days.
Right.
He was 6.
I was 6.
Did you have to
I
look
was
that
out?
up, or did you just know? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, didn't you? I think we told the story. That was the part we had to cut out. I think was when you told the story of the. There's a child in here. The genital region in a box. From your radio days.
Yeah. That's,
Jeez, that's going way back, isn't it?
That's a long time ago. It's still on the internet, and we just. If you have questions afterwards, I'll give you information. Other than that.
Ryan, you watching those levels?
Yes.
What are you doing over there?
I was going through.
He's on Yelp. He's looking for a place to have dinner.
I was looking at our podcast.
Oh, we got one going on right here.
I'm doing research.
Oh, nice.
Looking at numbers.
So what's been going on with you lately, Pope?
Well, just have the kid on the way and been working. That's about it.
Boy, girl?
Boy.
A boy? Do you guys got a name picked out yet?
We don't. We're just kind of.
You guys got one that's weird as hell. You guys got one in the chamber that is the weirdest name I've ever heard.
Talk to her about that.
What's that? What's the one that she likes?
Oh well, it.
Is it a secret?
I knew he was gonna go there, so.
Is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. You just made fun of us.
You got a perfect audience right now to ask to take a poll. Everybody, be quiet. The name is what?
All right. So you guys know you guys ever watched the movie Ender's Game?
Nah.
It's
no one's
great
seen
movie.
that movie.
Anyways. I know. See.
You can get a good feel for the room to see if people like the name.
Yeah, she's not feeling it right now, Bob.
Basically, all right. The Mamas wants to keep it secret, but they want to name this poor baby a name that's not even a real name. So you've been working, painting?
Yeah.
All right, good talk. Get the hell out of here. Get down. Go. Get.
seeing you, Pope.
Get.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bro. Yeah.
Give a hand for Pope.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be true to character if I didn't have to ask you if I could, you know.
You do not have to pee right now.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Could stand in for a minute, TJ? All right.
Could you take the mic in with you?
All right, nobody wants to hear that shit.
Go in there. All right. Thanks for filling in, TJ.
That's what I'm here
All
for.
right. So as we're kind of going on the list of, who is our all-time favorite guest? That has to be right here at this front table.
Zach Puma.
Mr. Zach Puma!
She is going to kick your
Coming
ass.
up, one booby. This won't take long.
Wasn't the memo he wasn't supposed to wear a shirt?
What do you, he's got his.
You first.
There's kids here. I can't expose them to that.
There's only one, and he's probably a little messed up anyway. Not listening at
Dude,
all.
I'm not taking a hit for you.
So Zach Puma, the first time he came, he drove his car from Detroit and slept in his car.
Detroit?
Flint.
Isn't it the same thing?
Even I know that.
No, they got better water.
They got better water in Detroit.
Yeah.
Did you guys work that water problem out yet?
God, no.
Dude, he has no hair. That's why he has the. It's clearly a water problem.
I got to turn TJ down. He's way louder than Mike.
My voice is way better.
You got a
than
better podcast voice for sure. Yeah. You know.
Please. I'd say something else.
Do you guys want me to move so you can,
So, for those of you that don't know, Zach Puma only has one boob.
You and a moober.
Yeah. And Nobody wants to see it. Yeah, but I was interested last night. You showed a photo of your one boob to my wife,
She asked.
unsolicited.
Whoa.
He said, "Hey, Becky, you want to see my picture of my missing boob?" And the funny part was you then showed her a close-up of your actual nipple, unsolicited. And we all took a good hard look at it and decided that how did you describe it?
There's a kid.
He's not listening. Hey kid, if you're listening, raise your left hand. See, we're
Oh,
good.
We're good. Perfect. I called it my any titty.
It's any titty.
Any titty.
And he said it looks like a second.
I said belly button. He
But-
said butthole.
Well, Becky saw it, and I agree with her. It's clearly a second butthole on his chest. I'm going to need a little bigger laugh than that because that felt weird saying in public. Mike's backing out. Everything come out okay?
Yeah, everything's good. Thanks,
you hear-
guys.
Could you?
Thank you for that. I know I wasn't gonna make it to a break, so.
Could you hear us in there?
Yeah,
Good,
loud
good,
and
'cause
clear. I hear you.
We could hear you.
I could definitely hear you. You heard the
You shook it
the
more
hand
than
dryer.
twice.
Huh?
You shook it more than twice.
Yeah, I did.
We heard. You just got to own it, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
learned
so
that a
Zach,
lot.
you went through some changes too in the last year or so. You used to work in a toll booth or something?
No, I was a security guard.
You worked in a toll booth.
No,
Yeah, it was
the
pretty
funny
much-
thing is that you never gave him the chance to explain what he did ever.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
always the toll booth thing.
That's not so.
It was the most degrading
I
thing
literally
ever.
I still think the man works in a toll booth.
He would call the show week after week, and you would be like, "Hey, how are things going at the toll booth?" Like, it's so degrading.
Even when I was there, I didn't get a chance to explain.
He was armed.
Oh, well, here's your chance. What do you do for a living?
I'm a cable guy.
You got fired from the toll booth. You got fired from the toll booth.
I didn't get fired. I was asked to leave politely.
Without notice or any severance.
Precisely.
Nice. So now you're a cable guy.
Yes, I am.
You install
Wait,
cable.
Can you do it? Can you do the Jim Carrey?
Can you hook us up or?
Can you do it?
I can't do the Jim Carrey.
Can't do it. Okay.
Can't do it. I can get her done. Is
No,
that
no,
close
no.
enough?
no, well,
That's Larry.
It's along the same
That's
vein.
Larry.
Cable guy.
Yeah.
Still a cable guy. I just can't Jim Carrey it.
So can you describe to us what a cable guy does on a daily basis?
Well, we.
All right, that's enough. You're done. Get out.
Hey!
Hey, Puma! Yeah! All right.
All right. Well, this is going swimmingly. I'm trying to figure out. We've got the trio back there. Now,
The trio.
now Aubrey. You know what?
The trio.
Let's have Aubrey come up first. Because Aubrey was the one that came by herself because she wasn't scared. Were you by yourself?
They both did, and then they came.
Don't remember that at all. Wait your turn.
Yeah, Mike was late.
That's right. That's right.
Horrible morning.
There's another big.
It was like a whole year of episodes. Busing was late.
Yeah, there was like for the first 6 months, Mike was good. He went through a year of being late every day, and
Hey, but I got on the payroll and I cleaned that shit up.
yeah, you sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're on the payroll during the Jessica Lou incident and
yeah,
the Tony incident.
I think he was.
During both of those.
Okay, you're right.
When he opens
You
his
cleaned
eyes,
it up.
and says,
You're a new man. It's a new freaking day.
It's a new freaking day,
It's a
boss.
new freaking day.
That's right.
You all right, kid? All right. Just making sure we're not upsetting the kid. He's not listening. Dad's listening. Dad's a big.
Look, you're gonna get us beat up.
I want to.
like,
Hey.
like, I'm not opposed to running out of here.
Strong guy.
the views expressed by the host do
This
not
is not gonna. Nope.
involve me
he's
or
trying to
Michael in
drink.
any way.
What do you? You just right there said more words than you said in season 2.
I'm what I'm saying is the views of the host do not represent me and Michael in any way.
Yep, I second that.
So Aubrey Toothman, do you remember your episode number?
43.
Did you remember it?
Nope.
Just Crazy Jennifer.
Amanda. Amanda remembered that one.
Now, I think that last time you were on, weren't you about to get engaged or something?
No, you were.
That was you! That was you. I'll get to it. We'll get to your promise ring later.
No, I think she was doing the pinup stuff with her boyfriend.
You were doing pinup. That's what was going on in your life. You're doing pinup stuff. It says, not Doug. My name is not Doug. Pinup girl Siren?
There it is.
Jennifer made me do it.
Is that your street name, Siren?
I guess it is now.
They call you Siren on the pole, huh?
Yep. That's it.
So you're gonna have to get a little. I mean, it is. Look at that little. Did you finally sink in what I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
They call her
I'm your
Sapphire.
yes and guy, Bobby. Anywho.
You had a boyfriend when you were here last time.
Yep.
Still have the same boyfriend?
Yep.
What's,
Mike, right? Mike?
No. Travis.
you guys aren't engaged? No ring?
Mike.
I have a ring.
Okay,
but
Trisha
we're
has.
not engaged.
Yeah, Trisha has.
Okay,
Mike.
hang on. What's the ring? You have a ring, but you're not.
Just a ring.
And it's on your wedding ring finger.
Yes.
What kind of ring is it?
Just a ring.
I know what that means.
It's just a ring.
It's just a ring.
It's
Is it a
just a
promise
ring.
ring? Are you afraid if you say it's a promise ring, I'll give you shit like I
It's
did?
really not.
Trisha. No. So how long you been with this guy?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. You been living together how long?
2 years.
Shacking up, living in sin.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What? Oh, you need to be closer to your mic. You can take it out of there and hold it if you want to. So what's his problem?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah. So let's just say, for example, what if he set all this up and was going to walk in here today and get down on one knee and propose to you? What would you say?
Yes.
Yay! Yay! Everybody, welcome in.
I don't see him coming in.
He's not
here,
coming.
but-
He's not. I don't even know his name. He would never do that on the Off-Duty podcast.
Didn't think so.
Right. But if he would, you'd totally say yes.
Yeah.
Right. You still working? Didn't you work with the?
Yeah, I still work with them.
You still work with them?
I still work with them.
Which one of
over in
you?
Hudsonville.
Which one of you is the boss?
None of us.
None of us. Amanda's
Apparently
the
Amanda.
boss. Right. All right. You got anything else important to say? Go sit down.
Bye.
Go. Go.
All right.
All right. Big Mouth Trisha, come on down.
Is she gonna sing? No.
Oh, yes, you are.
You don't. You don't.
Oh,
have
yes,
to.
you are.
You don't have to.
You know, I called
Ladies
her-
and gentlemen, Trisha Avink.
You said it right! Woo-hoo! Okay, but I'm gonna hold mine because
You may remember her sweet, sultry.
She's owning that mic.
I don't know what's happening.
Do you know how microphones work?
Yeah,
Have you ever used
I
one
used
before?
them.
What do you use? And what? Hang on, let me get there.
Yeah. What do you want, Bob?
What do you use microphones for?
To sing?
And where do you sing?
There's lots of places you can sing.
I'll tell you where you sing. You sing at Tapistry Brewing
You
at
know-
the
you know
Off-Duty
what, though?
Podcast 100th episode, right?
Hold
Maybe
on a
she
sec.
sings us a nice
So sorry. So
Hold
sorry.
on a second. Hold on. I'm not singing Bieber.
You gotta hold your ground.
I-
Yeah,
I'll get
you're
it
all right.
started.
Hold
Sweet
your ground.
Caroline.
Bop, bop, bop. That's all I know.
Now keep going with it.
I don't know the rest of it.
That's the only part I know too.
So good.
So good.
So good. Hang on, shut up. We can't go more than 20 seconds. We don't pay for that copyright.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want to get a bill from Phil Collins. Wait, no, that's not Phil Collins.
Wow. Nice. Nice.
Wah, wah.
I'll tell you what. If Phil Collins sends me a bill for that, I'm not paying that shit.
I'm gonna freaking die.
He's gonna have to show me some documentation to let me know why he earns that money.
I was gonna. Nope. Go ahead.
So are you gonna sing a song?
I'll think about it.
You got about 3 minutes to think about it.
I can't have that. That's not enough time.
What's your favorite song to sing when you're in the shower?
shit. Do you know how long it's been since I've like actually just sang to myself? 'Cause
You
I
don't sing in the shower?
I don't work at the church anymore.
You got fired, like
No.
Puma.
No, I quit.
Say no more. Say no more.
I did not
Let's-
get fired from the church.
You quit the church.
I did.
Ooh, that
did.
seems like an awkward conversation for another day.
It's really
right?
not. It's not that awkward. Really, it's not.
But you have song. You sing in your car. You sing.
It's just whatever is on Pandora.
Well, okay, so what's your favorite thing to be on Pandora for you to sing?
I don't know. I just listen to whatever.
You like some Tay Tay?
No.
No.
Hey, that new Tay Tay sucks.
No, I do not.
That new Tay Tay sucks.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure that Becky would kill me if I said I don't like Tay Tay, but Tay Tay needs to go.
Tay Tay needs. I'm with
Tay
you.
Tay needs to go.
Yeah.
What'd you sing for us last time? Some Adele?
No.
It was Adele, wasn't
Well,
it, on
I
the
did
show?
a little bit, but.
Can you sing some Sia?
Sia.
That's
Who the
Becky's
hell is
favorite.
that?
Sia. C-I-A.
I don't know who that is.
You like country music?
I mean, a little bit.
Sing a freaking song, Trisha.
She doesn't want to sing,
I don't
Bobby.
really like the tone that you're taking with me right now. So I'm gonna have to ask you to shut the fuck up.
There's a child right there, and his dad's huge. Don't piss him off.
But my guess is he has enough respect for a woman that he ain't gonna smack me.
No, he's gonna hit Mike.
No. But that's okay, because Mike gets to use people as human shields, like me.
I wouldn't do that.
That's bullshit.
I tell you what. That big muscle-bound dude right there comes over here to attack me. Mike's crawling under the chair.
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
gone.
He did in Texas.
I'm gone. Yeah,
But
I'm
no,
gone.
no, no,
outta
no, no.
here.
No, I'm just gonna go back to when Amanda and I went and took pictures at your house.
Okay.
And I went out to the car to go get donuts, and all of a sudden,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mike freaking comes behind me,
Well.
and I'm
Okay, that's enough
used
with-
as a shield.
Yeah,
I'm being used as a shield. DJ Stein.
we really got to break this one down. You did fire your airsoft gun at her.
Uh-huh.
This is what happened.
I also hit you in the
he
face.
hit you.
I was
He
hi-
hit you.
I was hiding
Remember
in the
that.
bushes with my airsoft gun, and I had Mike.
These beautiful girls came to do the photo op.
And you used me as a human shield.
That's exactly what happened. So Mike looks up and sees me ironing down on his ass. And I watch him look right at me and go, shit, and get behind
Yeah, hold on.
Trisha.
Yeah, it happened.
Just go ahead and keep on going if you're not singing.
Like I said, Bob, I'm gonna have to ask you to
There's a child.
be quiet.
Tell him.
Let's not forget that child's dad's got arms bigger than your head.
And he's gonna beat you up and not me.
I know.
Bob,
Mike's not
like,
gonna help.
like I know you're all about bits, but can you please knock it off with the big guy thing? Like, that guy- come on.
Mike, are you scared?
Well, eventually that guy's gonna
Wait
turn
a
around.
second. Didn't you like?
Holy crap! There's two of them.
Didn't
Well, the
you
guy's
stick
bigger
up
than
for
the
like
first
girls
one.
in a bar? Can't you do that now?
Somebody said enough, and they meant it. I
Who
heard
said
it.
enough?
I heard it. They were like, "That's enough."
Oh, TJ?
Was it
Oh, well,
TJ?
listen to TJ. So listen, last time you were on, you had a promise ring from your.
No, I do not.
One of you told me that you
one
had
of
a
the, one of
promise
the
ring.
three.
You said it wasn't a promise ring after I gave you shit about it being a promise ring.
No, Mike bought me a necklace, but
He bought you a promise necklace.
No, well, I don't know.
The
Sure.
promise to someday buy you a promise ring.
No, we're
That may later lead
we're
to.
too old for that promise ring crap.
That's what I said. What do you got on your finger now?
Nothing.
What's his problem?
I don't know.
Are you still with that guy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
It'll be 3 years in November.
Shacking up, living in sin?
No.
No, you're a good girl.
I live with Amanda.
That's right. You were about to move in with Amanda. How's that going?
I'm not in the basement yet. I've been living there for almost a year.
How many bathrooms in that house?
2.
2 bathrooms, 3 people. How's that work out in the
I
morning?
get my own
Is there a
bathroom.
basement bathroom?
No.
No?
I'm not in the basement. It's not
You got a
yours.
sink,
I
don't
thought
you?
I thought you said you were. I couldn't hear you.
Today, Junior.
Isn't there a sink?
Is there a what?
A sink?
Yeah.
Listen, this is stupid.
Yeah,
Put that
this
down.
is
Get out of here.
stupid.
We're done. Nope. Next. Get.
Whatever, Bob.
All right.
Big round of applause for Trisha. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Trisha.
It's nice having you. I feel so
Yeah,
much
wow.
safer now that he's gone.
Man, I am so relieved that just happened. You know?
I have to- but did you see there's another big...
Cut it out, man. Seriously.
Dude's all bearded and tatted up, too.
Probably ex-Navy SEAL mother.
I know, he's like a biker or something. All right, there's one more in the group coming up here, man. Amanda Meyer, everybody. While Amanda's walking up here and the camera is tracking her walking up, can we give a big round of applause also to Mr. David Goldstein? Is that right?
Very nice.
David, longtime listener, Truth and Justice and Off Duty. Great guy. We actually met him here, or next door for
Lake
lunch
Street.
a couple of months ago. And I put on the fan page this morning, needed somebody to run that camera, so we got a video of this. David happily volunteered for the low, low price of free. So a big round of applause for David.
A hat. I
He
believe,
wants a
I believe
hat.
a hat was in the order.
He gets paid just as much
I
as
got a
Brian
hat for you,
does.
David. All right. So you were married last time you were here.
I'm still married.
You're still married. You used to take pictures?
Yeah.
Still take pictures?
Did you not see me standing there?
Yeah, taking pictures.
Yeah, like a pro.
And Trisha was moving in with you. She still live with you?
Yeah.
You guys don't have any kids?
No.
Still don't have kids?
No.
All right, nice talking to you. Big round of applause for Amanda.
How did?
My wife told me that I can't make some of my off-color jokes in this setting. So here's the thing. I've got some in the chamber.
She's not here, but she might listen. And
I know,
ain't
but that
explaining.
big dude with the tattoos is, you know. So I think, I'm going to introduce my one friend that isn't like the others. Sorry, Celia. What's up, Celia?
Nothing.
Hi, Celia.
What up, dog?
Hi, Mike.
Man, this shit is hit, huh?
Oh, okay.
This show is fat. Yo.
The 90s are calling. No.
They want their slang back?
Yeah.
Man, is your hair longer than it was you were last time?
Yes.
What'd you get, a weave?
It's called a weave, yes.
It's a weave! Celia, I'm really glad. Of all the people here, I am really, really glad that you made it.
I feel like I'm being lied to.
You're not. I kept telling everybody, I hope one of our, make it.
This is it. You'll never see me again.
Yep. God, Bob.
But no, I was really glad. I heard that Miss Jennifer Kern was like driving right past your house and refused to pick you up on account of,
Yeah. I felt really discriminated against.
Why didn't she give you a ride?
Because I'm not Caucasian.
Wow. Wow.
That was not me. That was. So Celia, you've been going to school? You've been doing some shit in the last year.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Tell us all about it.
I'm in grad school working on my MBA.
Right on.
MBA in what? An MBA in what?
But did you hear what you just said?
What did I say?
You said an MBA in what?
An MBA.
I don't think there is such a thing as
Listen,
an MBA in what? I think
we're
MBA
having
is
some
an
kind of
MBA.
miscommunication here.
I know, you're slow.
Masters in business. It explains itself.
So MBA is Master of Business Administration? You learn something new every day. Hey, fuck you guys. None of you knew that. 3 of you knew that.
Like everyone knew. Everyone knew.
NBA and what? I've done that too. It sucks.
You for damn sure.
So
you
embarrassing.
for damn
I've
sure
done that.
didn't know.
Yeah. Damn it.
Dumbasses.
I thought it was a master's
Yeah.
and bachelor's of art. I wasn't gonna say what you think.
I thought you were gonna say something racist. I was like,
So seriously, though, you've been doing really well. I follow you on Facebook.
yeah.
I don't really. I mean, we're friends. I don't look at Facebook, but.
I'm gonna defriend you today.
But Becky told me you're doing real good, though.
See, I like Becky. Yeah,
Such
I
a
have about a
dick.
year left.
What's that? You have 1 year left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kids, you got kids, right?
One.
One kid. How's that kid? Don't want to talk about it, right? A big hand for Celia!
Whoa! I see somebody just creeped in over here on the side here. This guy here with
Another muscle-bound dude.
This guy.
Son of.
Is that chia in? I think he's got chia in his cup. I think we need to bring him up here.
What do you can't bring your own beer in here?
No, it's chia.
Are there chia seeds?
It's chia seeds.
What is it? That shit'll change your life. All right, I think it's. The devil whispered to the warrior.
Oh yeah. You gotta finish it. Yeah.
Listen.
Do it.
You know what I'm realizing right now?
Did the effect? Oh, the effects don't work. No. All right.
He said. Here's what he said. He said, "I am the storm," every third week.
I only do one weekly podcast that doesn't make any money. That's this one.
That's this one. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Say whatever we want.
I think there's one very special listener in the audience today that, well, she's crazy.
Looks like she's having a hot flash, too.
I've been trying to read the room to figure out when the best time to bring her up would be, and I've been waiting for her temperature to regulate. She's going through the change.
Give her another 10 minutes.
This lady is the one. She is responsible for the Off Duty Podcast fans page. She thinks she's kind of a big deal.
Puts out fires on a daily basis. Puts out fires. Thank you.
Please welcome. You get 2 minutes. Miss Jennifer Kern.
Never heard of her. I said never heard of her.
That's my mom.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't begin to describe how weird that is. I mean, literally every time you say it, it's creepy.
Yeah.
It's a pity adopt.
So Jennifer, last night.
What did I do?
I wasn't there long. I don't know.
I've seen some drunk ladies in my day.
Some people know. I don't know. I'm excited. I can't
I'm
wait to hear
just that awesome.
But good Lord, last night. You decided you were going to do some drinking last night, and you freaking meant it.
Hey, go big or
go home.
That's right. That's right.
We all had a really good time. We did a meetup at Haymarket. Then we went to the getaway after Jennifer figured out what direction the getaway was.
Fuck you. It was
20 minutes
GPS.
Yeah. But no, it was a really good time. Jennifer was telling me sat down and got this close to my face
You better not tell it. Oh
which
my
I
God,
really
I'm gonna
like
kill
because you
him.
know about my whole bubble thing, right? And she started telling me what she seemed to be a very intense and important story that I needed to know.
It's all right. I get this all the time. Yeah. Just write it out. You'll be all right.
You did.
So she said some words, and me being the interviewer that I am, I asked some follow-up questions. And to this moment, she has not yet been able to articulate to me what the hell she was talking about last night. Like, wait, why did that happen? Well, it's because,
This is not true. You're
most of this is
lying.
true. Most of this
No,
is true.
most of it. See.
So, Jennifer, you have been on 2 podcast episodes. They were probably our lowest ranking shows of all of them.
That's not true.
It's not true.
That's
Everybody
not
loves
true at all.
Jennifer.
That's actually kind of
I've been giving her a hard time for like 2 minutes, so can we one more time clap for Jennifer?
Yeah!
Jennifer does an awful lot for the show. She does the Off Duty Podcast fan page. Sometimes she schedules guests for us. She sometimes wakes people up at 5 o'clock in the morning
Sorry, Nathan.
and tells them, "What are you doing? You're the guest on Off Duty this morning." And then I get a frantic text from Nathan. "I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know."
Oh yeah. What? Okay. So what episode was that for? Was that
I don't remember,
one
but I know that
was
we
when Jay crashed.
No, we had a guest. We had a different guest that day.
All right. Yeah.
But no, Jennifer does a lot, and so there was an incident, right? So I ordered some Truth and Justice podcast hats.
Which you all have.
If you have a Truth and Justice podcast hat, raise it up in the air right now. Hurry, get down. It's a radio show. It's fine. You stand up. You guys need to. Could you? No. So, lots of people have hats. Mike, are you?
He's peeing.
Or this can't be.
Wait,
You cannot be going pee again.
Why don't we get Nathan up here for his?
You gotta warn me when you do this shit.
You trying to schedule a guest again for me? So, Jennifer, the second I said on the Periscope that I have some hats, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with them, whether to sell them or whom to give to, I, of course, got a message from Jennifer 14 seconds later that said, "I want a frickin' hat."
There's a fucking shock.
Yeah. So, of course, me being Bob Ruff, I decided, you know who's going to be the last person to get a hat? So Jennifer, finally today, we have them right over there at that table for $25.
It goes towards the new shed expansion.
Cash, check, or charge. But in all seriousness, Jennifer Kern, I got this hat for Doug McElhaney. I was waiting to see if you were gonna like get so pissed that you went over there and bought one, but I figured Jennifer would never do something like that.
She probably did.
Because I'm just as stubborn as you are.
That's right. Because I've had this hat already for you for a long time, and it says, "To Jen, thank you for all you do. Love, Bob."
You
I'm
go
not
fuck
putting it
yourself. Wait,
He
sign
does
mine.
love me.
Wait, sign mine, bitch.
You want an autograph? Yeah. I got you, brother, right here.
From Ryan.
By the way, when I said I had that waiting for a long time, you see the Sharpie
He
sitting right
just
over
did
there.
it right now.
To TJ.
You asshole.
Go fuck yourself. Love, Bob. Thank you for the $50 towards my shed.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, it does say go fuck yourself. Woo! No, seriously, I want Brian to sign it too.
Can we do this later?
Yes. You're not the boss here. I am.
All right.
Listen, you all gotta shut the fuck up. Let's let a popular
Jennifer?
podcast talk.
Jennifer, you live in New York?
Yes.
You lived in New York last year?
Yes.
You still live in New York this year?
I do. Goodbye.
You're married?
Yes, I'm married.
Still married?
Twice.
Twice, but just once to this guy.
Right.
Right. Not many people marry the same person twice.
No.
Woo! As
You
he
have
calls
twice
it,
as many?
negotiating a better deal.
It's the only way to null and void that contract, negotiate a better deal. So anything else new going on in your life, Jennifer?
Nope.
All right, good talk.
Thank you.
We're gonna stand up. I'm gonna give you a hug, and then you're gonna go down there, and it's gonna be a really emotional moment for both of us.
It will be.
Mostly you.
More for me, right? Right. I
All
get
right,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Kern. Mike, you ready to come back? Yeah.
He's buying beer. So.
We're working here. No. All right.
Some of us are working.
So here's the thing. I think that at some point Bob's gonna have to pee.
Yeah. We should probably take a break. We're an hour and 15 in.
Usually we take a break, but if we take a break for like 10 minutes and come back, are you all still gonna be here and keep going on with the show? Taking a break.
Taking a break.
You're listening to the Off Duty Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Off Duty Podcast. Shoot us an email at cast@offdutypodcast.com or follow us on Facebook at Off Duty Podcast. And now, back to the show.
Shut up. Shut up. We're back from our break. Hey, Bert. Bert, just pretend like we're not even here, buddy.
Yeah, just. I'll tell you what, if you're not a fan of him on Snapchat, you follow him.
Tori, where are you going? Where are you going, Tori? Tori.
Tori?
Shoot, she was our next guest.
Going to get a drink.
All right. Oh. David wanted to know if we can pull this closer. The problem is, David, that means the guests sit real close to me, and I don't like that. Can you scoot closer? All right. He's right.
What?
I really don't want Mike sitting close to me.
What?
All right, so before we get going with any more guests, it's my favorite time of every show where people bring me prizes. Ryan? Ryan?
Yeah.
I can. It's all right. We can sing it. We can sing it.
Ryan?
Plan B.
Ryan told me he had this all figured out.
I do, but you know what happened? He turned the volume down.
There we go.
He turned the volume down.
How about now? There it is.
It's mail time.
Not my fault.
The chief, Ryan and probate.
Your fault.
Don't be shy. That's a real big package. Go ahead and show me. Mail time. Mail time.
And that right there is the Mail Time song, written and composed by Shane Yoder of PutThemInASong.com. With, let's not forget, vocalist Erica Chambers. Hey, if he wanted to be part of this, he should have came.
We'll see him soon.
Right now is a time where I want people to give me things.
Douchebag.
That's the best present I've seen all
Did
day.
anybody bring any prizes for? We got Tom. No, we got Tom. Bro. A bunch of middle fingers I got.
Thank you, sir.
What flavor do I get?
Grandma C's Original Ranch.
Nice. This is for whoever's the next guest. Okay. I like the Buffalo Ranch better. Those are mine.
Sherry, give me a big Buffalo Ranch.
Yeah, give me a big one.
Woo!
Hang on, Kathy.
Ryan, what are these?
Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozles for
Those
mine.
are Mike's favorite.
Wait, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom, come on up here. Sit down. Sit down.
Buffalo Ranch, baby. These pretzels are off the chain.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I would almost.
Thanks a
switch.
lot, Dave. His shoulder's
Yeah,
touching
switch.
mine
Yeah,
now.
I prefer the 5-arm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the wonderful, the amazing Tom Happenthal. Happenthal.
He's a douchebag. Yep.
Happenthal.
Tom Happenthal and his beautiful wife Sherry. And tell us a little bit about what you do.
What I do? Nothing. She does all the work.
Okay, get out of here. Get down. Sherry, come here. Sherry, come up here.
Sherry.
What, did Tom beat you up? I know. This is Sherry Hoppin.
It's like a really easy name. It's spelled exactly the way it sounds.
How's it spelled?
Is it Hopenthal? Hoppin. Right, super easy. Happenthal.
Sherry, can you tell us what you do?
I make the pretzels.
You make what pretzels? Do some marketing here. What do you make?
I buy the pretzels in bulk, and then I season them by hand. I also bag everything, label everything.
What's the name of your company?
Addicting Pretzels.
Addicting Pretzels. That is a fitting name.
This is for all you people. You guys can't hear me?
Like, are you
He's
kidding
trying.
me?
He's trying hard.
So you're from Wisconsin. Do you guys ship these all over the world, right?
Yes, we do.
You ship to Australia?
Yeah, we sure would.
Yeah. You go to. Do you guys have a website?
Yep.
What's the website?
Addictingpretzels.com.
If you go to addictingpretzels.com/truth, you're going to get 50% off your first. There's free shipping.
There is free
I got
shipping.
some Buffalo
yes.
Ranch on my microphone. Okay, we won't torture you anymore, but I wanted to. But your pretzels are the best. Last time you guys sent them, we stocked our studio for months.
Yeah.
With your guys' pretzels, and it's Mike's favorite snack.
I love them.
Mike's always hungry.
We have some available if anybody wants to buy any.
I thought you brought all those for me. Are you telling me those 2 giant bags of pretzels aren't for me? Okay, you
No,
get down.
sorry.
Get out of here. Get down. Ladies and gentlemen, Sherry Hoppin.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thank you.
Now I see one of our favorite guests, Miss Kathy from Texas, has prizes for me, so she can come on up. Big round of applause for Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Have a seat. Okay, so what do we got here, Kathy? We got.
Oh.
I've got.
I thought we were waiting for the holidays.
Yeah.
No.
Did you get? What do you got?
I
in there?
got some cookies in here.
He
Some
talks
homemade
about
cookies.
Let me tell you a little story, Kathy.
It was like a 2-pound bag, right?
Kathy's
Before?
3 foot
Yeah.
tall. We got to bring that down. Kathy last year sent a couple of gallon bags full of cookies, and Mike in one day,
right,
in one sitting,
right,
ate an entire gallon,
right,
of your cookies.
Yes, I did.
And then called in sick the next day to work.
Happy holidays. So good, Kathy.
Thank you.
So what do we got here? We got personalizationmall.com. You know, my favorite place to buy.
My favorite place
That's right.
to shop.
you go to personalizationmall.com/truth, you're going to get 50% off.
I doubt that's going to happen.
That's not true at all.
That's not going to happen.
I've got a bottle opener here, and it says, no working during drinking hours, the chief. Thanks, Kathy.
Okay. Mine says beer. It's cheaper than therapy. Proby Mike. Awesome. Awesome. So cool.
And
Thank you
research
so much.
Ryan?
The answer is beer. Nobody even cares what the question is. Research
The answer
Ryan.
is always beer. Kathy, we're going to get to you in just a second, but everybody likes when I eat on the microphone.
Cookies! Nom,
And,
nom, nom, nom,
unfortunately,
nom,
I think I saw my wife just came back in, and she's going to see me eating this cookie, but she's luckily not paying attention to what we're doing.
Oh, no.
They're soft cookies. They're not going to crunch on the microphone.
Yeah.
Bob, could I ask you something?
Oh, my God.
Could I ask you something?
No! Hang on. Bye, Brad and Molly.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Just act like the show's over. It's fine.
Could I ask you, Bob, please don't chew into the frickin' microphone, please.
Really
Seriously, like, the joke was funny 6 months ago.
There's crumbs on my microphone.
Yeah, well, you deserve that. Clean that thing up.
Kathy and her wonderful husband, Doug.
His name's not Doug.
Thank you, Ashley. Can we please try that again? Kathy and her amazing husband, Doug, drove all the way up from Texas to spend some time with their hero.
Ryan Luker.
How did you talk Doug into driving you all the way up here for this?
I told him I wanted to come, and he said, okay, find a babysitter for the kids.
You get away from the grandkids for a couple of days, it's worth the trip.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming up. Doug and Kathy were, matter of fact, in our old, no, you're going to have to go back until just.
Listen, you don't own this thing. You are going to get me beat up.
Only if you protect me. But you guys came up and we got to meet. You know, Kathy's been a big supporter of Truth and Justice and Off Duty for. It seems like since the very beginning. Has it been since the very beginning? Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's been since the very beginning.
We could also note that she wrote 3 books.
3
about
books.
us. Like, that's amazing.
What?
Yeah, it is, right? Amazon.
The books are called Mystic Shores.
Mystic Shores series.
Yeah.
And they feature yours truly.
Book 3 is all about
Me.
the
No, it's just all about me.
Can't forget about me.
about the fans.
But Kathy.
You're the
Kathy,
golden retriever, Ryan. You're in the books.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Retriever,
Can't
yeah.
forget about me.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy, in writing her books, as odd as that sounds, really, I think, captured early, before many of the rest of us realized kind of what was happening with Off Duty, the family environment that it was creating, the relationships between all the...
Hey!
I was going to
They
give
made a better
really
appearance than you did.
heartfelt, warming. But really, so Kathy writes this book, and she starts to see early on that what was a bunch of guys sitting around talking and gals, and what was kind of a air quote comedy show that was building this community of people that were supporting each other and lifting one another up, and they were always there for each other through sickness, through loved ones passing away, through just about everything you can imagine. We've all been through it. And so Kathy wrote a book about it, except for she made me a gorilla. And
Fitting. Very fitting.
That was in book 2. In book 3, you're the chief.
yeah, in book 3, I'm the chief. I got promoted. In book 2, though, I was a gorilla and Mike was a weasel. And
It's so fitting. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's awesome imagination, Kathy.
Thanks.
it wasn't even imagination. It was us talking about what. Remember, because we have a picture on our studio wall that one of Mike's coworkers drew. Because when we
That's right.
when we started doing Truth and Justice, we were talking about, like, maybe someday we can make this into a TV show or something. And then we thought, no one's ever going to buy that, but what if we make it into a cartoon?
That's right.
And I'm a gorilla, and you're a weasel. And we fight crime in a helicopter. And it was like we were just joking around, and one of his coworkers made a picture of a gorilla flying a helicopter with a weasel hanging off the back of it.
That's
It was
right.
Mike with the golden retriever chasing right behind with Ryan. But the books are awesome, Kathy. Let's be honest, I haven't read them, but I've heard they're really good.
I know. Yeah. That's fine.
Is there any are there any chapters that are specifically about me, maybe, that I would want to enjoy?
I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, there is.
Okay.
I'll
If you could just give me like a point by point where to read. So how's things going in Texas? You guys, you're still there? You're still married to that guy?
still married, 34 years.
Yep. You still watching the grandkids?
Yep, still got the grandkids.
Yep. Anything else new?
Not that I want to talk about.
Not the one. All right, everybody, a big round of applause for Kathy.
All right.
Kathy, give me a hug.
Oh, Kathy. This is from
That's the last hug
Huffenpauls.
I'm
They
giving
said
out
this goes
today.
to the next guest. You were the next guest. Yeah, it's from them.
And I'm not going to bring him up here because he scares me a little bit. He's got something. He's been something brewing in him since I started calling him Doug. But I do want to. Come on up, Doug. So.
I do have my driver's license.
You're not as short as your wife. There you go.
I can get short.
Yeah.
Bob, you notice he's more mindful of where he's positioning his glasses this time around because you made fun of him last time.
The whole time for having him on his forehead.
Yeah, it was really mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right.
So one of the awesome things that Kathy did was somehow to get Doug to listen to this stupid podcast.
No, that's not true.
Right.
She didn't get me to listen to this stupid podcast.
The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other stupid podcast.
Well, that guy was, the lady was murdered like 11 miles from the house. So.
Yeah. So Doug, when he came up the first time, whose name is actually Don, I keep forgetting that it's actually your name is Don, wasn't a listener of either podcast, I don't think, at that point.
Nope.
He met us and he talked with Kathy. And next thing I know, Doug is like the most. You're what, an engineer?
That's what they tell me.
Some kind of or an engine nerd, right?
I play with telephones.
Yeah.
Big ass computers.
So Doug engaged with Truth and Justice and is helping solve crimes and solve murders now with his engineering skills.
The wizardry stuff.
Wizardry stuff that none of us understand. So, anything else you want to say, Doug? All right, get down. We're done. Nope.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I did have a couple questions for you guys. I've been trying to call in, and I'm usually working, and you're not that fucking important to me.
Right.
So anyhow, I have a couple questions. What has a little dick and hangs down?
Wait, what?
What has a little dick and hangs down?
What is a little dick and
what
hangs
has?
I wish we'd stop saying that word, though.
Wait,
I don't know the answer. What's the answer?
No. Let's work on this for a second.
Let's break it down.
What has a little? I'm sorry. I want to make sure this is completely correct. What has a little dick?
Oh.
And hangs down?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pie in the face moment there. That was great.
You're gonna have to tell us the answer.
A
Yeah.
bat.
A what?
A bat.
A bat. Okay, goodbye, Doug.
Wait. One more question.
Okay.
What has a big dick and hangs up?
Oh, so uncomfortable. Whoa!
Oh yeah. Damn.
And folks, we have a winner. We have a winner.
That was good. That was impressive.
Did not see that one coming. And neither did my mother-in-law. Thanks, Doug.
She wasn't paying attention.
That's that sweet lady back there that looks petrified right now is my wonderful mother-in-law, Marge. Everybody say hi, Marge.
Hi, Marge.
The handsome gentleman there in the green shirt is my father-in-law, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
And you guys know Momsy and Popsy already.
Yeah!
You ever, when you're a kid, like really want to do something really funny and stupid, but your parents are like right there watching you? All right. Anybody else have any prizes for me? Chrissy's got something.
For me? For me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage all the way from Florida, Christy Martin. Where's the prize?
It's over there. I can see it.
That's our storage area. All right, what do we have here, Chris? Holy cow!
You can't. Yeah, you can't take another story. Yeah.
Because he can't sit in a chair.
Sorry, Tim.
Can you explain what just happened here?
Okay, so.
Not you.
No, he can explain it.
Like my one chance to have a monologue, Bob, and
Go.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
You're
It's
way
all right.
better at it. Now go.
So I have this problem where whenever we
You
go
drink
out,
too
it's-
much?
He's cheap. That's the first part. The $5.99 chair.
What is this? Isn't a $5.99
Oh
chair?
no.
I'm not going to open this
one
up.
has a back brace.
Well, it's going to save me a little embarrassment. Maybe there's a lot of strings. There's a lot of things going on
Do
here.
you think somebody
It's
could tell the freaking story as to why this chair is funny?
Okay.
Tell the story.
So apparently every time I go out with the Martins or even with Bob and I bring my girlfriend around, I always fall over sideways and spill beer on somebody. At this point it needs to be a clinical diagnosis because it happens every single time I go out. It
happened last night.
It happened last night. Now, Tim, you took it like a champ. Half of your white button-up shirt was covered in my beer.
And that's the third time that's happened to Tim.
Yeah. He was used to it. My girlfriend, it was only her second time, and she had it at that point. I guarantee you, she was pretty pissed off. But I feel like this is a nice sturdy chair.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one's not gonna let me down.
Back
That looks like a good
braces.
deer camp chair.
It's a
I'm
little
gonna open it up
low.
here, and I'm gonna sit down.
Take it to
You should.
deer camp
Please
and end up
don't
with
fall
holes
over.
on it.
Don't fall
There
over
we go.
enough.
While he's opening that up, oh, that is a nice chair. Look at that son of a gun. What do you suppose the odds are he's going to fall out of that?
It's likely.
Yeah.
No. We almost got you one that literally sits like 2
That's like
inches
the
off
nicest chair
ground.
I've ever seen. He can't get it open. He can't get it open.
So you got back braces, Mike. So you don't.
Oh, wow.
Apparently there's gonna be something that locks here, right? Unless I hear something lock, I'm not gonna sit in it.
This is riveting radio.
Yeah, isn't it?
Hey!
Lean to your left. Lean.
Wait, give me glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go.
Lean to the left.
Oh
Say.
my
A little farther. A little farther. Let it lean to your right. Now, lean to your right. Lean.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
How many people do you think in the
honestly,
room did not see that coming? Just one.
Honestly,
All right.
I think you just saved my relationship. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Yeah.
We're trying. We like her. She's very nice.
So, Christy, you and your boy toy Timmy back there, the guy in the salmon-colored shirt in the
Yep.
back. You guys came all the way up
You
here
wore
from
that last
Florida.
time.
Oh yeah, he likes to wear that for Bob.
You wore that last time.
He likes to hear Bob say salmon.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, he's wearing a salmon-colored shirt. It
I
always
like to hear you
matches
say
his.
salmon.
Whenever I talk about him like that, it always matches his face, like it is right now.
Yep.
He knows it gets Bob excited.
So your husband and I, we went golfing yesterday.
You did. You did.
It was a really good time. I outdrove him on every single hole
Beer.
by at least 20 yards.
And one beer
And one beer.
on every hole.
So you guys came up from Florida. This is your third time.
Third time.
Coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Your third appearance on the show. Why do you keep coming back here?
It's so pretty here, and everybody's so nice, and it smells better. It's great.
So just for the record, they live in Florida, so they just got done dealing with Irma. So I bet it does really smell better and is better up here.
That is literally a shit show. I mean, it smells like poop. The whole state. You walk outside, it's terrifying. It's horrible.
Good sound effects.
So we wanted to come up here and get away from the poop.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah, I don't blame
It's
you.
terrible.
So since the last time you were on, you were married to that guy named Tim. You still married to him?
I am.
Still got that kid named Chase?
Yep.
Still painting cabinets?
Still am.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Next.
Thank you for the chair, guys. Thank you so much. Saved my relationship, I swear to God. Thank you.
Look around here. Who else have we missed so far? We have Miss Ramona
Wilson.
Rochelle.
The one who had the
Ramona.
kids stuffed in the minivan, right?
You've changed some stuff since the last time we saw you. Come on down. Is it Ramona or Rochelle?
She likes Rochelle.
Big round of applause for Rochelle. Rochelle, last time you came here, and I thought you were joking the whole time, and you said your kids were sleeping in the car during the entire show.
No, they were there.
Turns out that was actually the truth.
Yeah, I brought one of them. He got out of the car today.
Were you one of the ones that was in the car last time? Did you have any heat stroke or any lasting effects from that? Everything was all good? Was it you and how many other kids were in the car?
Like 10 kids.
You and two more or two
Only
altogether?
Three together.
Three altogether. Did you discuss with your mom that it was really inappropriate for her to leave you in a car for 3 hours? No? Okay, good talk.
Most of them were sleeping.
So last time I saw you, Rochelle, you weren't blonde.
Yeah, she was.
No, she was
She
not.
wasn't.
No?
No.
She was dark.
I had black hair. Yeah.
Black?
My natural hair color was before.
Yeah.
Which, is this natural or this is
No.
not natural?
No. My natural hair color is black.
It's box hair.
This is lots of bleach.
Box hair.
I feel like I'm losing control of this whole thing right
You
now.
are.
That sounds a lot dirtier than I think you meant it to.
Yeah.
Hey, Brent. What are you doing?
All right.
My brother's very supportive of everything we do here on the podcast. Ran outside seven or eight times. So, what's new with you? Anything?
No, not a whole lot. Just won a trial last week.
Just what?
Won a trial last
Oh, that's
week.
right. You do the. Rochelle does the
Transcription.
the fancy special effects that happen on at a trial, all the visual aid type stuff, right?
Yep.
You want defense or prosecution?
Defense.
And you won for the defense?
I work for
That's
the
what we're talking
defense.
about.
Non-criminal defense.
What?
Non-criminal defense.
Well, yeah, it's all civil. So you won for Big Oil this week.
It was a trucking company, but yes.
All right, so anything else new?
No, that's it.
All right, I'm about done with this show, so get down.
All
Goodbye.
All right.
Let me look around the room.
got some fingers pointing.
Miss Kim Wilson. And Kim is from Detroit, right? That area?
Wyandotte. But yes.
Wyandotte.
You're closer. You're not Flint.
No, I'm not Flint.
You
no.
can drink your water.
I can drink my water.
And she
It's
drove all the
delightful.
way here with a bag on her window?
No. The reason my mom has come today is because we borrowed her car so that my car can sit, and the bag is on the window though.
Oh, okay.
Right.
'Cause she lives in
My-
Detroit.
Not meant for
What's it on the window
long
for?
distance.
So I went out to my car Friday after work and to discover that my stereo was missing and the back passenger window was broken.
Ah. You know, I came out to my truck yesterday after golfing. I'm out in the middle of the golf course, golfing with Tim, and my good friend Mike sends me a text. It says, "Hey Bob, do you think maybe I could borrow your truck because I'm going to go buy a dog kennel?" Now, I'll remind you that I had poison ivy for several weeks because I helped Mike haul a used dog kennel out of the poison ivy infested woods.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Decided to throw that one away and get himself a new dog kennel.
Yep.
Asked to borrow my truck. So I go, "Yeah, sure, buddy. I'll run back, take the golf cart back to the parking lot, put my keys in the truck for Mike to grab it." He does so. I come back after we're done golfing, and there's a note on the windshield of my truck after Mike drove my car. And it says, and I'll try to censor this as best as I can, but it says, "Thanks for parking so effing close to my car, you asshole. I put something special in your gas tank, you fuckface."
Yeah, I had nothing to do with this.
It was after he drove my truck. That's what. That's what it's-
Nothing to do with it, Bob. They put the note there before I got to the truck.
I find it hard to believe that you drove all the way to TSC with that note right there in the windshield.
Actually,
the whole
it's
time.
a true story.
True.
I didn't notice it until after we got the truck moving. Saw the little note flapping in the wind, and I was like, "Oh God, that's not on your dashboard. That's out wrapped around your windshield wiper."
And you're like, "I'll leave it right there."
Just for Bob.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't want to get. I wanted to borrow the truck, serve its purpose, and get it back to you.
I still like to believe that was because of you. But anyway, what's new in your life, Kim?
New job, so that's fun.
What you used to do? I forgot.
I'm shocked. No way. I was doing accounts receivable, and now I'm doing billing at a giant advertising agency.
So the same thing. You do
Except
the same job.
it's giant
receivables,
now.
Giant is it's global.
Global.
Yeah. So.
You work for Pepsi.
No. Advertising agency.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to guess
Agency.
anymore.
So we have multiple clients.
Right.
But it's billing. It's not receivables.
Do you work for Audio Boom? Because I have some outstanding invoices.
No. Sorry. I hear you're not the only one though.
So how's the new job treating you?
It's good. Besides the fact that my car got broken into. Other than that, great.
Was that at the job?
Yeah.
At the job. So it's
Yeah.
not in the best neighborhood in Detroit.
No, it's right on Woodward. It's a great neighborhood, great garage. It's right attached to the Renaissance Center, so that's where all the GM people park. So, I mean,
People know that's a good place to rob.
well, apparently.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm not happy about that. But other than that, I love the job.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again. You got anything else important going on?
Nope.
Goodbye.
All right.
I do want to acknowledge somebody we didn't acknowledge at the very beginning of the show. She's sitting in the back. She usually doesn't like to be on microphone, and she also isn't paying attention to a word I'm saying right now.
Not a word at all.
Not one word. Hi, Tori. I wanted to make sure that I personally thank Miss Tori Luker for allowing for the last 2.5 years, before we were doing this full-time in the studio, we're talking a lot of Saturday mornings, Saturday nights, Friday nights to make sure we got this podcast done every week. And Tori allowed her
better half,
not so better half, allowed Ryan for all that time to always come and spend 3 hours with us goofing around in the basement and in the shed and then the studio. So thank you, Tori, for putting up with that for all this time.
Thanks, Tori.
And Tori, you're welcome to come on up and be our next guest if you'd like to. I kind of thought that's what you were going to say. But I do want to bring up some of our more recent guests. We were a long ways into the podcast before I started letting people that were close to me know what I did for a living. So it was a good long while before I even had my baby brother Brent on the podcast. So if we could all give a big round of applause for my baby brother Bert.
Brent.
Baby brother gets a hug. Brothers don't shake. We're going to hug it. Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA Bert.
This is Bert.
So 100 episodes, huh?
Yeah, 100 of
How about
these.
a big round of applause for these fuckers? 3 episodes.
3?
100.
100.
100 episodes.
Now the
for
big
you
round of
three
applause.
fuckers.
That was the weakest round of. You guys didn't even mean
weak.
that. Didn't even mean that.
What's up, Brent?
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, man.
What level we at?
Like 5.
You're at 5?
Yeah, I'm at 5.
Oh, shit.
I'm handling it, though.
I heard there's only 6.
Who said 6?
Becky
Mike
said
only.
6.
Becky said. Becky always says
Speaking
6.
of Becky,
Speaking of Becky,
Oh, yeah.
her last words before she left for the volleyball game was, "Watch my beer." It was about to go bad, so I drank it.
Becky she's not even paying attention. Brent drank your beer and he's paying us back
she
for it.
The funny thing is I sat here and watched him do it.
Those are some fancy cups, by the way.
Yeah, these are mug. Ask me which cup is mine.
Which cup is yours?
It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Never gets old. It never gets old.
Mike's heard that joke. We love it. I love it when we get new servers here so that I can make them ask me which cup is mine. So I can give them the Pulp Fiction line.
And before you say anything, Mom told me to come up here and tell you that she's sad that she doesn't have a hat yet.
That she said what?
She's sad she doesn't have a hat yet.
Oh, Momsy. Momsy.
Yeah! It should be noted, I've never seen her wear a ball cap in her entire life.
Never. She don't do that.
I'll sign it for you later, Ma. Huh? Who had prize? No. What? I don't understand what you're saying, Ma. I'm in the middle of a show. I don't know if you. let's just take a break. What do you need? My mom did give me life. She gave me life. Another big round of applause for Momsy.
The greatest prize of all.
It's only because of Momsy and Popsy over there a little banging around is the only reason you guys got your hero in front of you right here today. That's it? No. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, but then I came with Brent too. And you guys are starting to get drunk and wind down, aren't you? About to end this thing.
Yeah. Fast approaching stage 6 here, Bobby.
So for those of you, Mike's drunk.
Yeah.
For those of you, that have only ever heard Brent on the podcast and never seen Brent on the podcast, what you can see is that he's almost as handsome as me.
Jeez.
He's funnier, though.
He does have quite a hilarious Snapchat.
He's fucking funny, man.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
You always said my life was weird. This gives me the opportunity to broadcast it.
You do have the most. You do lead quite an interesting life.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah. And so with Snapchat, you can document it day by day, and you can hour by hour, and what.
No, Brent
is the storm. What?
Aw,
Oh.
shit.
Where the hell is my what?
So, that's awesome.
No, I'm good. All right.
So, you know what next Sunday is, though, right?
Next Sunday is like Christmas with bows and arrows.
Also, Bert's epic return to the woods.
Yeah.
That's right. Brent got banned from hunting by the tree police for 2 years.
Year and a half.
For a year and a half. And so, yeah, maybe we can talk about hunting season. You got all your cameras out? You been checking cameras?
You know I've been checking cameras.
Well, you haven't sent me any. I think you're trying to hide from me where the deer are now.
You know I'm not hiding shit. You know what's up.
So ready. This is
We're
dumb.
both ready to rock.
Yeah. This.
Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's gonna die opening day, bitches.
This Brent, get out of here. Next. You look like Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, I spill everything.
All right. Is there anybody? I know of one more. Oh, you know what? Way in the back, Rob Gruner back there. Come on up here, Rob.
Happy birthday, Rob. Wait.
Today's.
Wait. That. No. Oh,
Is
no.
today your birthday?
No. That was last time.
Yeah, that was last time.
That was last time.
It's a pleasure for you to see me.
So Rob and I have known each other a really long time.
Yeah.
We went to the Fire Academy back to the days when he was known as Hollywood.
Hi, how are you?
That's before they had water.
Yeah.
For what?
Water?
Yeah, we had horses.
We use beer. Put the fire out with beer.
Yeah.
Well, filtered.
And
Filtered, yeah.
Bladder.
Right.
That's my stepdaughter Bella. Hi,
Hi, Bella.
Wow, they're starting young these days.
That's her little brother Gabe and her other littlest brother Landon. Bella, how'd the softball go? One more big round of applause for Bella.
Yay!
All right, so we went to the Fire Academy together. We called you Hollywood. You came back a few years later. You were driving. You got a new truck at work. You you do something with the poop, right? In New Buffalo.
No poop.
The fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Anything changed since then?
Nope.
All right, goodbye.
Good to see you.
Next, give a big round of applause for Rob Gruner.
Yay!
All right, Rob Gruner.
Where are you? No, we're almost done. Sit down. We're almost done. We're almost done. All right, we're getting towards the end. Next on the list is Mr. The one guy, the one guest that showed up uninvited right when we needed him the most, Mr. Vein Poker himself, Jay Leonard. Woo! Just take your time. I've been up here talking for 2.5 hours. People have stopped listening.
I fell asleep a half hour ago.
I know.
He was busy listening up and vanished. You can't help it.
Do we need to play the video? Does Paul Little need to play the video?
Uh-oh.
Paul Little on the podcast. Oh, you're never on Facebook. I forgot about that.
No, I'm an adult. I don't do Facebook.
Every time a discussion comes up about Payne Lindsay, Paul threatens to play the video, and he always posts the YouTube video of his boy band.
That was painful.
I
went home and YouTubed that and watched the whole thing.
How many times?
Just once.
Right, that's
Just
all you
once.
need.
And 6 months of therapy, and I can finally talk about it.
Right.
Douchebag.
Yeah.
All right.
I can say that. You can't.
Jay, your beautiful wife, Jamie. By the way, for all of you that weren't here, I think we'll probably, when we're done with the show, for like a half hour still. Jamie over there, she's making, well, she's there, but the thing's over there. They made Off-Duty Podcast t-shirts. They say nice little charge on the back. You can pre-order those from
She's going to
Jamie.
Vanna White them here in a second.
Yeah, here we go. Here they are right there. So this is Jay's wife, Jamie. Big round of applause for her. Woo! Off-Duty Podcast. Nice little charge on the back. So you can purchase those. They got short sleeve, long sleeve, hoodies. And I think there's still a couple of hats left, right? A couple of the Truth and Justice hats. I just gave one to my mom. You owe me $25, Mom.
He means that.
What are you, idiot? You two are both shit-faced.
Yeah.
The question,
Yeah.
hey Bob, the question is, do you expect any less?
No, this is exactly what I expected.
Okay.
Before today, there was 6 levels. They've gone to level 7.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like an adult version of Mike.
A grown-up version of Mike. This is before and after.
You're hugging an awful lot. All right, Jay, is there anything else new going on in your life?
No.
Goodbye.
All right.
Jay Leonard, Vein Poker. Jeff Shaw, come up here. He looks nice, yeah.
Hey Mike, you better check his trunk before he leaves.
What's that? Yeah, I know.
Grab a seat, Shaw. Don't get comfortable.
I'm not.
So Jeff, since we talked to you last, you and Michelle have fallen deeply in love, and you live together now, right?
Yes, we do.
Shacking up?
Yep, shacking
Living in
up.
sin?
Living in sin.
All right, you're no longer a truck driver?
Not at all.
Lot lizards are a thing of the past for you?
Thing of the past.
All right. Every time I see you now, you got your face shaved and your hair combed, and you look like you're wearing half a suit.
Management, Bob.
He's management now.
Management, blue collar.
Jeff is now blue. I thought it was white collar.
White collar.
White collar. He still isn't what color the collars are.
I just wear a collar.
So you got a new job. You moved in. Anything else new? Next, there we go. Oh, they got a dog. They got a new dog.
We got a dog. Other than that,
what's the dog's name?
Bailey.
What kind of dog is it?
French bulldog.
What color is it?
Black and brown.
Goodbye.
See you.
Big round of applause for Jeff Shaw.
See ya.
What is that?
Also sitting back there at that same table, we have Mr. Muscles, Mr. Six-Pack himself, Popsy! No, just kidding. Just kidding. That's not true at all. That's not true. Nathan Wolf. He's standing up. He knows we're talking about him. Big round of applause for Nathan Wolf.
Look at him. He's dressed like he just got out of the Olympic tryouts, isn't he?
I know, yeah.
We love Nathan.
How's it going, brother?
Great. Chia.
So,
I'm surprised they let you stay in here this long, actually.
I can't believe people are still sitting there because I'm actually tired of the show at this point.
I think I hear.
I could tell.
I think I hear sirens. We got to get moving.
Yeah. They flash the lights a few times.
The thing I've come up with is this is like a live version of Periscope.
Yeah, it's like the whole Periscope audience only sitting right in front of us.
Right.
Well, actually, it's probably more there.
Yeah,
than
they're
our
passing
Periscope.
notes for comments during the show. So some things have changed for you. We probably won't get into a lot of those. You still live over there in that house over there?
Yep, still do.
Still got those 3 kids?
Still do.
You still like to clickety-clack on computers?
That's pretty much what I do.
Is there some 3D design? Anything else new that we can talk about?
No, not at all. I mean, you kind of backed out on me on a deal, but, outside of that, things are great. I mean, I realized the place is
that did actually happen.
I realized the place was kind of a turd, but the inside's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I'm really happy for you that you own that again.
So about to sell the other one. Hopefully that happens real quick.
You got a contract on that thing yet?
A what?
A contract on it?
Nope, not yet.
Good. It seems like something we can talk about off the air.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to buy it?
No, thank you.
I got a house for sale.
Anybody want to buy a house in Bridgman, right down the road, walking distance to Tapistry? I'm in. TJ's in.
All right, awesome.
Nothing else new?
Nope.
Can you show everybody your 6-pack?
6-pack. All right.
What the fuck? That's fake.
Get the hell
Did everybody
off
fake
the
news
stage.
right there? A bunch of fake news.
Goodbye.
I see, Bob. I don't drink a lot of booze. I watch what I eat. Shakeology, man.
That shit'll change your life. Oh, seriously, guys, I'm really exhausted at this point.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Hey,
All
really
right.
quick, Bob.
Well, listen up. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
All right. Okay.
I first want to
Where's
acknowledge.
Skip? Yeah, that was a good question.
Yeah, we forgot to have Skip on.
Skip is.
We're almost done. The battery's running low. All right, first of all, quickly, I want to acknowledge, she doesn't want to come up on the stage today. We talked about it beforehand, but I do want to acknowledge my amazing, wonderful mother. You all know as Momsy. I love you, Mom. Rest in. Stand up and clap for my mom. Now, Popsy doesn't get off so easy. He has to come up here. Come on up here, Popsy. Take your time, Popsy. What's up, Popsy?
Not much.
Hey, fellas. If you.
Sorry, Bob. Hi, Popsy.
It's right there? Okay. All right, so this is, you guys all know this handsome young man as Popsy.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm the holiday fill-in guest.
Popsy used to work, I think I found out after he was on the show the first time. After that was over, Popsy then tells me that he actually used to work in radio back in the day in college.
That's hilarious, Bob. I am so good at my job, it's not even funny. I literally get paid to do this. Sorry, okay.
I don't know if you know what the word hilarious means.
You sure you want to bring him to deer camp?
Oh, he's coming to deer camp. It's a job
You guys are
requirement.
going to eat me alive.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. Too bad my in-laws didn't come for the first half of the show. Marge, the first half was much better. It really was.
She's like, leave me alone. I'm going to go back here and hide in the corner.
That's a true story. She has. And the worst part is I'm like, come down to our live show and you can see what I do for a living. And this has literally nothing to do with what I do for a living. All we do, we just talk into a microphone and pay the bills. That's all we do. But so, Popsy, can you tell us a little bit about your experience as a radio person? My phone thinks I'm saying, hey, Siri. Sorry, hang on. What did you do on the radio?
Oh, it was just a college radio station, you know. I had to go all the way to Chicago to get my FCC license.
He still has it. He showed it to me.
Yeah, I still got it. But
we gonna clap, DJ?
It is. You know, it isn't like today where you can go down your basement, turn on a microphone, and you're good to go.
You just had to know what you were doing.
We had to be trained and licensed.
But you can hear where I get my booming baritone from, right?
Right.
From Momsy.
It's just so funny. I feel like Popsy's done it all.
He has.
And it took like a year of you to be doing your podcast stuff before Popsy was like, oh yeah, by the way, I did radio back in the day. You know,
he literally wouldn't share that with me until I got nominated for Podcaster of the Year at the Podcast Movement, and then, no, I didn't. But they went to go to the award ceremony, and he's like, when my name was like on the big screen, he's like, all right, I'll let you know now that you got that from me.
Yeah. Heredity raises its ugly head.
And the thing is, my whole life he would tell me some bullshit story that I would go around and share with all my friends and like my teachers and grown-ups and real people, and then argue with them because my dad told me, and then he'd be like, oh, I was just joking. So I didn't believe him. He literally had to dig through his boxes and find his FCC license to show me, to prove to me that he used to be on the radio.
Yeah, well, you got to tell a kid what you got to tell a kid. You know?
All right, well, seriously, we've got about 10% of battery left, and I've got about 5% of energy left. So let's have one more big round of applause for Popsy, and he can sit down.
Glad everybody could make it.
Before we close things out, I want to acknowledge that I'm happy to actually finally meet adorable Ashley from Tennessee. And I hate to like miss people, but like I know that a name I have heard many times and read that I finally just met was Jennifer Schultz. Miss Devin Campbell, who shows up at events, doesn't say any words, but I saw her last night at Haymarket, and I'm like, is that the girl that's always commenting on the off-duty podcast stuff? And then she showed up again. I'm like, it can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, well, we were outside. We were outside earlier, and we saw her and her friend walk. Sister. Sorry. We saw. Yeah, thank you. Right. Okay. We saw you guys walk by, and we thought, are they here for the show, or are they just regular patrons of Tapistry? And I thought, as soon as you guys walked by, I said, oh my God, now they think we're assholes. So sorry about that.
So I think we've talked to everybody in here that's been on the show before. We've met. Hey, will you make that kid be quiet? But I do want to thank everybody for coming out, and I want to hang out and have a couple beers and hang out with you guys and really spend some time, kind of fellowship and spending some time together, getting to know one another after this. But really, would you two shut up? I'm doing the emotional final speech.
There it is.
All right, bitch. This is my podcast now.
Give that back to him.
You're good to go, boss. Sector secured.
Okay. But really, thank you all. And really, it does mean the world to me, not just that you guys came here and everybody that's listening that couldn't make it, the community that we built with Off Duty and how you guys are always there for each other and there for us. Truth and justice is no easy thing to do because when you open yourself up to very controversial issues to a very large audience. Me and Mike and Shane get beat up on all the time online. And online and stuff. And that's part of the job. It comes with the territory. Yeah. But what is nice, shut up, TJ. But what's really nice is the fact that I know that I have a safe place where I can go and vent and get that out. And it's also nice to know that when the haters come on Twitter or Facebook or wherever they're at, and Mike will text me or Shane will text me and be like, oh, dude, what? Let's say something. And you know what I say every time because of all of you? Every time I say, we don't have to say a word because they've got our backs.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
So, as the show goes, this guy sitting over here to my left is my left-hand man, my very good friend. Love him like a brother and a son in a very weird way that's not normal. Yeah. This is the one, the only Michael Bussing.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And this guy over here to my right, he goes clickety-clack on the keyboard all day long.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
He is my right-hand man. He is DJ Sippin' Booze. He is the one, the only Research Ryan.
Yeah!
And this drunk jackass in the lawn chair is our MC tonight, my good friend.
Wake up, TJ.
From the Pints and Puzzles podcast, that is TJ Coonahan.
Woo! Thanks for having me, Bob. This lawn chair is super comfortable.
And I'm the chief. And brothers and sisters, stay safe, keep the faith, and we'll see you next time we're off duty on the podcast.
See ya.
Creepy, it's a little bit strange. Why y'all still listen? Cause we're all a little insane. Oh, and Uncle Mike's a hugger, patches ties with the band-aid. Brian is DJ sipping booze, clickety-clacking all day. I'm kind of a big deal, just call me Bobby Wood. A hero for real, I can shoot 20 deers out in the woods. I got friends in LA, I'm proud to say. Got a lawnmower in my yard where I work out of a little shack, but I can still give you a nice little charge. Even though I love Sidewinder, I'll take them to the danger zone. I'd like to hang up on someone if I could figure out how to use this phone. Yeah, music guys kill it. I'll never treat him wrong. He'll make fun of my downfalls and put them in a song. I'm kind of a big deal, just call me Bobby Wood. A hero for real, I can shoot 20 deers out in the woods. I got friends in LA, I'm proud to say. Got a lawnmower in my yard where I work out of a little shack, but I can still give you a nice little charge. I'm kind of a big deal, they know me in Hollywood. Been on TV, but still, Johnny Rose kicked me in my goods. I got tattoos, and they look cool. My logo shows my big, strong arms. I live in Bridgman.